Hi guys, so in today's video I'm so excited. We are gonna film a first impression with the Natasha Denona My Dream Palette, and I will do a look. I already filmed some swatches and we're gonna talk about those as well, and I'm so excited. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Veronica and I'm a big lover of makeup. So if you want to see more reviews, looks and more fun videos, don't forget to subscribe. So if you're curious about this video, please keep on watching. Okay, so I zoomed you in just a bit more and let's insert some swatches and some close-up of the palette. This retails for $69. Natasha Denona did raise the prices a bit just because of the inflation and everything. This palette is a midi, it has 15 shades and I am so excited about it. And regarding the shades, we have the Blackest Black, which is a matte intense black, Aspiration, which is a matte dark penny brown, Serenity satin medium cool brown, Carpe Diem, which is a matte medium dusty peach, Babes, which is a metallic light medium rosy nude, Instinct, cream to powder matte medium fuchsia, Thrill, which is a sparkling metallic duochrome golden nude with pink shift, Unity, which is matte medium light pink nude, Risk, metallic medium maroon, Invention, sparkling metallic duochrome tangerine with bronze and gold sparks, Vision, multichrome metallic shifts of green, pink, nude and gold, Edgy, cream to powder matte medium dark eggplant, Spontaneous, metallic light pearl nude, Nurture, matte medium cool nude, and the last one, Familia, is a matte medium caramel brown. So these were the shade descriptions. Hopefully I had the swatches this whole time. I really love this color story. A lot of people said that is a mix between the retro and the glam. I saw some swatches, they are not really the same. It is a bit similar to the retro, maybe a bit of an extension. But I do have some palettes, so let's have a look of my collection and let's see if I can find some dupes. I only want to say here that the only palette in my collection that's a bit similar to the Natasha Denona My Dream palette that is not from Natasha Denona is the Cutie palette from Nabla in the shade Wild Berry. If you are only interested in the berries from the My Dream palette and you already have the Nabla one, I would say that this 6-pan really has the essence of the My Dream palette. They are not the same, they are pretty different in general, but if you want just a bit of the vibe of the Natasha Denona one and you already have this one, I would say that you don't need it. But of course, if you want the formula, the shimmers, the neutrals, they are pretty different. But I just wanted to compare it just a bit because this is the only palette that I have that is just a bit similar. Okay, so the first palette in here, we have the mini retro, and let's put them side to side, maybe something like this. Okay, so let's swatch some shades. This first shade is a golden shade, so I think that could be similar. Then we have the matte cream, it's called Vintage Taupe, and the last one is called Pixie. So I think these three shades, the greens are no way similar, so we have these three shades. I will compare the golden one with the shade Thrill, the nude one with the shade Nurture, and the pink one from the mini retro with the shade Babes from here. Okay, so these are the swatch comparison. On top we have the My Dream palette, and on the bottom we have the mini retro. So the pink is a lot more pink, but overall I think they are similar. But of course they are only 3 shades from this palette, but they are a bit similar. Then we have the mini Love. I don't think we have something similar to this palette, just because Edgy, the dark cream tea powder in the palette, is similar maybe to this one, but they are different formulas, so they will not be the same. And I don't have that pinky of shades, maybe Risky, but it's more like a brown, so they are not similar. So nothing similar to this one. Then we have the Coral palette, and in here I think the peach could be similar to the shade Carpe Diem maybe, or Unity. Let's see. I think it's a lot more orange than both of those, so not really similar. So again, I don't think this Coral palette has something very similar. And then we have my favorite palette from Natasha Denona. This is the Metropolis, and I think the golden shades could be similar, so let me swatch some of those. So here are some swatches. The top is again my Dream palette, and the bottom is the Metropolis. As you can see, the Metropolis has more of a creamy gold shade, so they are pretty different. And the rest of the shades, I couldn't find something very similar, because these are more pinky, more lighter shades. The Metropolis one are gold shades, and the browns from the Metropolis are cream to powders, and in here they are mattes, so different formulas. And the last palette that I have, that I'm not gonna compare just because it is the pastel palette, and I don't think they are similar in any shape or form. They are completely different palettes, so of course maybe the orange could be similar or something like that, but they are completely different. But I am very excited that I have two MIDI palettes now, so I will create a lot more custom palettes, and that will be very, very fun. Let's prime the eyes and start with a look, because I am very excited. Oh, and before that, here is the box. I forgot to film it in the beginning. I don't know if you can read something, but you can pause and take a look. So let's apply the Sigma eyeshadow base. This one is my favorite. And as usual, I will list down below the product that I have on my face. I don't own berry shades or purples from Natasha Denona. Only maybe one from the pastel palette, so I'm excited to have this one. And let's start with Edgy, and then I will blend it with Instinct as well. I think we are gonna use Vision, of course, is the multichrome. I really want to see it. And then on the lower lash, we'll do maybe Risk, Invention, and I'm gonna use some lighter mattes as well. But let's start with Edgy. And with Natasha Denona's formula, you can do whatever, really. It's my favorite formula. You can start with the lighter shade and put on top the darker shade, or vice versa, and it doesn't matter really. And these are cream to powders, so you can just build very beautifully on top of them. I'm taking Instinct now, but I think they are very similar as well. Yeah, I don't think they are that different on the eyes. Maybe it is a bit more pink. Yeah, okay, they are a bit different, but not so much. I would prefer the shade Instinct to be maybe a matte, and something else to be a cream to powder, maybe a brown or something. But I do have the browns that are cream to powders from Metropolis, so I could mix and match, it's not a problem. Just overall, I would like a cream to powder formula and a powder just to build on top. What I am doing with this look, it's already looking a bit strange. Let's take a refer number 12, and I will take the shade Unity, and I'm gonna blend that on the exterior in here. I'm just tapping. I just went a bit overboard. These cream to powders are very easy to blend, so I just blend them a tiny bit too much, but it is fine. I'm gonna blend the edges with this. And I learned this time that if you are ordering from the app, the palette is available a bit early. Last time the palette was available online 2 or 3 days later than Natasha Denona said on Instagram, and I was like, why? I thought maybe our Sephora is a bit late or something like that, but I think if you order from the app it will be available on the day, because this time it was on the 9th, which is great, and I got it yesterday on the 10th, and this video actually I think it will go up today on the 11th, which is great. I do have some sparkles from somewhere. Yeah, I did some swatches, so I have sparkles from my hand. I think I blended the primer and added some shimmer. That's fine. Let's stop with that and add just a bit more edgy in here. And I will blend the edges again in a second. And I really love this cream to powder formula because you don't get any fallout, which is great. And the other mattes are just sticking perfectly to it. I'm searching for a brush. What brush do I want to use? But why is this green brush in here? It is dirty. Go away. So I will take this brush. It's a Zoeva 234, and we will take the shade Aspiration, this brown. I will just intensify the look in here, and we are gonna put a tiny bit of blackest black as well. So I took just the smallest amount possible, and as you can see, it's just sticking wonderful on top of the other shade. And I will put a bit on the lower lash because we are gonna do something brown on there, so this will be perfect. And with these cream to powders, if you don't have the exact same shade as it is in this case, you can put something darker like this brown, and then you can put the purple on top, and it will create a shade that is on the purpley side, which is great. So we are gonna do that. I'm taking Instinct this time, and I will put it just on top in here. Okay, and with the same brush, I'm gonna take just a bit of blackest black, and I will put just a bit in here, and I will drag it a bit on the lash line, something like this, just a bit. It looks really nice. So let me blend the edge a bit, and we are gonna be back for some shimmers and for some lower lash action. We are gonna take Spontaneous, this one in here, and just a bit of it, and I'll put it just under the brow. Okay, and I'm taking the clean brush and just blending a bit in here, the shimmer with the crease, just a bit. And now we are taking the shade Vision, which is the multi-chrome, with a flat brush, and I will spray this shade just because I don't want any fallout. And usually when you are spraying a shimmer, you just have a bit more control when applying it, which is always better. The other multi-chrome that I have, the Illusion shade from the pastel palette, that is not that impressive. This one, it has a darker base, and right now I did put it on top of the purple, so it will pull just a bit more purple, but it has some green, some gold, some nude. It looks really great. The other one was a bit lackluster in my opinion, but this multi-chrome is a step up. And then I want to use Babes. This one is a bit pink as well, and let's put it right here to see how it looks. I'm curious if Thrill is a bit lighter to put it in my inner corner. Now I'm taking Thrill with the same brush and I'm placing that in the inner corner. I think it is light enough. And we have something like this. I would say that it is very dimensional. Let me show you a bit closer. And let's move into the lower lash. I already put the shade Aspiration earlier and a bit of Unity. Let's put just a tiny bit more. And then I think I want to use Invention, the orange. And this is the final look. I will do some lashes and everything, but I did use a bunch of shades. I didn't use Serenity, Carpe Diem, Risk, Familia and Nurture, the more neutrally shades. I didn't use them, but the rest of them I did use all of them. And yeah, I am very excited to do a neutral look as well. So in the future, of course, I will use this palette a lot more. Maybe in the next Get Ready With Me, I will do a neutral look with this palette. Let's remove the small amount of fallout that I have. And then I'll do some lashes, some mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look with my dream palette. Of course, I was talking without the microphone, so here we go again. I really like this palette. The quality is, like usual, a great formula from Natasha Denona. The color story is very cute in my opinion, and the multi-chrome is really, really nice. Natasha Denona, it is an indie brand, but is more mainstream. So I would say that this multi-chrome is not like other indie brands multi-chromes, but it is beautiful. So whatever. It is a very beautiful shade. I really like these flaky shades, these two, the Thrill and Invention. I love Babes as well. As you can see, very high shine. This lash is ugly, don't look at that. But very high shine, very beautiful, very creamy. The mattes as well, very easy to blend out, pigmented. I really think this formula is amazing. And I love this palette a lot more than the pastel palette, even though, of course, they are totally different color stories. But I find in this palette that some shades are not that wonderful. The shimmers are really beautiful in this palette as well. So I think the mattes from here and the shimmers from here, they will look amazing. It's a really good mix of neutral and colorful shades, and I love it. And yeah, so if you like this video and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.